Hi, I'm Kevin LJ, and today I want to talk to you about the choice between using your phone to take photos or a camera to take photos. Phones have made photography so popular because we've always got one with us. We can always take a picture when we want to. They're convenient and they're easy to use. But there are differences in using a phone or using a camera to take photos, and in this video we'll look at some of those differences. If you're new to our YouTube channel, please click the subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you can stay up to date when we load fresh content. Using something so small and so convenient to carry with you is great. You're more likely to take photos with your phone. And there's an old saying that the best camera is the one that you've got with you, but I don't actually believe that, because if I've got a choice between using a phone or taking photos with my real camera, I'll use my real camera every time because the quality is so much better. And granted, I've been using a camera since before mobile phones were even invented, so I kind of know what I'm doing, and this is the biggest challenge for a lot of people who transition between taking photos on their phone and taking photos with a camera. So you've got to take a little bit of time and give it a bit of study to figure out how to use your camera, what it does and why it's doing it, before you can start getting some decent quality photographs. But once you've done that, you're well on your way, and you'll be able to take much more interesting and diverse style of photos with a camera than you can with your phone. Part of the reason for this is with a phone you're very limited. The lenses on a phone are very, very small and most of them don't zoom. But with a camera you can attach all manner of different lenses to it if you like, or you can get one zoom that covers all pretty much that you want, from very wide angle to very close up. So there's a huge advantage over using a phone than a camera. The camera is going to give you much more versatility in a multitude of different situations that you might want to take photos. Now, if you're using your phone and you want to get closer to something, you've got to get up and move. But if you've got a camera with a good zoom on it, or you've got a longer lens, you can switch it out and you can get in really close. And that's just one advantage. Another quality advantage comes in the way that the camera captures an image. Inside a phone, inside a camera, behind the lens there's a sensor, a piece of technology that captures the image. And in a phone, behind a tiny little lens and in a very small body, that sensor is very, very small. So therefore the quality coming off that sensor is limited. With a camera, with a DSLR or a mirrorless camera, the size, the physical dimensions of the sensor are much larger. I'm not talking about megapixels here. You get phones these days that have got the same number of megapixels on the sensor as some cameras do, but it's the physical size of the sensor that matters. And in a camera, that size is always much larger than in a phone. This means that you're going to get higher quality image, and again, that means more versatility in different situations, particularly when the light is low. So inside or in the evening or at night time, you're going to get much higher quality photos using your camera than using your phone. But you don't have to choose between your phone and your camera. You can use them both. I do. I use them for different subjects and at different times. I don't always carry a camera with me, but I've always got my phone. And in some situations, for quickly recording something or grabbing a moment, a phone is much quicker and easier than using a camera, especially if you're new to a camera and you're not familiar with how to control it or what settings to use. With a phone, pretty much everything's automated, so it's very, very convenient and very easy to use. With a camera though, you can have so much more control over your exposure, over focus, over all sorts of settings. This allows you more creativity in your photography, and this is one of the key reasons that it's great to learn how to use your camera. Once you've figured out exposure settings and focus and how to control the lens and the different aspects of your camera, you'll be able to use it intuitively and very creatively if this is what you want to do. If you're just wanting to take snapshots or use a camera for recording the menu at a restaurant, then this is the best one. The phone is so much easier and much more convenient. But if you want to create beautiful pictures to hang on the wall or share with your friends, or even for your Instagram account, you're going to be able to do so much more with a camera. So you need to think about the type of photos, the style of images that you want to make. And if your phone is suited to that style of photography, keep using your phone. But when you want to do a little bit more, pick your camera up and really start thinking about what you're doing. Using your phone, you're far more inclined to want to take photos quickly because phones are designed like that. This can be a bit of a drawback. When you pick a camera up, you tend to work a little bit more slowly. You tend to think a little bit more about what you're doing, especially if you've got your camera set to manual mode. And this helps you to be more creative, just to take a little bit more time to give a little bit more thought to creating beautiful pictures. So the three main differences between using your phone and using your camera is that this is much more convenient, but it's not going to give you the quality of images that you can get from better lenses and larger sensors that come in a camera. And with a camera, it's far more versatile. Even with a single fixed lens on a camera, you can do so much more with it than you can with your phone. But one of the key things with a camera, and the biggest difference, is that you've got to learn how to use your camera. With a phone, they're designed to be used really easily and without giving too much thought to the creative aspects. Sure, you can do a lot of creative photography with a phone, but with a camera you've got to stop and study it. You've got to learn how to use it. And this is what we're all about here at photographycourse.net. You can jump onto our website or delve into our YouTube videos and learn everything you need to know, whether you're a beginner or more advanced in using a camera. We'll teach you and we'll show you and we'll encourage you to love photography. So please check out the links in the description below to photographycourse.net, where you can learn everything you need to know about using your camera and getting some really creative photographs with it.